Well, we're going to pound a new set in here. And as you can see, as I'm digging my bed here, I like to get that hole dug to where it's down in there pretty good. I got myself a nice bed now where I can put that trap. I'm going to dig my dirt hole. I just grabbed this little old stump. I'm going to use that for the backing. And then we're going to get that dirt hole down in under that stump to where it's almost a 45-degree angle. And we still want to get that dirt hole as deep as we can to make that animal bury his nose down in there to get the bait. But that's good there. I don't mind my trap being down below the outside surface of the ground here, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create momentum of that animal to really work the set. If a coyote or a fox, you're not gonna have many problems with bobcats. Bobcats are gonna work the set, but a coyote or a fox, maybe tenderfooting around, I don't deal with that. I like that trap below the surface of the ground, an inch, 2 inches, to where if they want to go in that hole and get what our bait is, they have to get some momentum and get down in there, and that's what I like. Once that's in there, give it a good pull. We're good on that. This 550 here, I love this trap. It's a great universal canine trap. And night latch is set, and that's good to go. Flat, ready to go in. We got our waxed dirt here. It's going to be nice and bedded in that. And now put a little dry dirt around that edges. Pack that in. Make sure that's nice and sturdy. And once that trap is packed in, we now are going to have a good working set for any canine or bobcat that comes through. We don't really want to catch, we're in Illinois right now, we don't really want to catch the bobcats because we got to let them go. But this set is in there tight, and it's down in there. You can see it's basically right now probably 3 inches below the outstanding ground here, to where if that animal wants to work that set, he's going to have to make his momentum go into it and set that trap off. Just cover that up with dry dirt. Find our pan right there, level that off. And now that set is pretty much done. You can see it doesn't take much to put this in, other than bedding that trap properly. And we got our hole right here. And we're going to take our Mountain Man bait, get a good glob of that. I'm pretty liberal with my bait use. I don't think you can overdo it with bait, so about a half a ladle full. Get that down in the hole, down in there deep. Now if they want to work that, they're not really able to dig that from anywhere other than working in over the trap, and that's exactly what we want. And then I'm going to actually add a little bit of our Madness lure here, which is our skunk essence gland. It's getting to that time of year where we want a little extra call on this. And that's all. Just dip your stick right there. That goes down in the hole as well. And then I'm going to take a little bit of coyote urine, and I'm going to put a good amount of urine right on the backing. And that's all we really got to do with that set, other than I'm going to take a few leaves, crumple them up, put them in the hole, so they have to work down through there on that. But that is a canine set that I'm going to put in 95% of the time. Pretty much every set that we're going to put in out here is going to be made just basically like this. A little step down dirt hole. put something in the hole that invites their attention. We got our prevailing wind coming up out of here across this little 2-track. There's a field here. It goes back on the bedding area of deer. So those coyotes are going to come up in here, work up through here. And when they do, even if they come up this 2-track or out this field edge, they're going to hit that smell. They're going to work in here, and we're going to have them here the next morning. But that's really all there is to it. Basically just making it blend in with some leaves and some debris. I don't mind that. I don't even mind if it's on the pan a lot of times. As long as it's not a rock or something, leaves or whatever, they're going to step there. They're used to stepping in leaves everywhere. And that set there is really all you got to do out there. Make sure you're not overthinking your sets. Put these sets in the ground and you're going to be successful as well. Well, we got us a nice coyote here today. Nice dog, buried in that 550 there, that Duke 550. What a great catch. This location here is fantastic. We got this little edgeway here. You can see the pond behind me. These coyotes, predators are working up and along down through here, working around this pond edge. There's a wood lot up there, and then there's another fence row over here to the left, and this is just a predator highway through here, and he's got this all tore up. I see some scat over there in the circle. I can smell the urine. Any other predator that is going to be working through here, the prevailing wind kind of comes this way a little bit. Any predator up there smells this, going to work down. Our remake is going to be definitely something that is going to attract other animals. But as you can see, these 550s go in the ground, they bed properly, and it's just a fantastic device to catch these coyotes. You know, Daryl and Diane had me out here again. It's really nice to get out here and catch some of these coyotes for them. You know, they have a lot of hunters that come in here, and they've said that pretty much every night, at least 1 or 2 hunters are seeing coyotes in their sits. And there's a lot more predators now. There's a lot less trappers, and there's not many people out there doing this. But it's something that you can do on your own property. Throw these in the ground, catch some of these predators, lessen some of that harassment on them deer, and ultimately you're going to have a much better overall healthy deer population, and you're going to have a more balanced population because you're going to take some of these predators out of the equation. One reason, this one's got a little mange on its tail, and he's got a little sore on his backside where he's been scratching from the mange and the mites. And that's what happens. Mother Nature gets in these populations, they overtake them with disease, and then they all suffer. So if we can keep a population in check, we can have a healthy population, and all the animals on the ground can live in the ecosystem to their sustainability, as opposed to getting overpopulated and having Mother Nature try and come in here and do the job that we can do. I'm going to redig this dirt hole right here, back in under there. He's got this tore up pretty good. But there's a lot of scent that's around this set right here. Any other predator or critter coming through here is going to smell this whole area and come and investigate. Just make sure that your trap is clean. Make sure that all the mud and everything is off of the springs and the rod dog and the levers and everything, and then just make sure that it sets, which we're going to do. And I don't worry about resetting the same trap. That's good. Good fire. That's exactly what we want. So that's good to go. Get some of our dry dirt right there. Get our trap set. Good to go. And then we're just going to get some dry dirt. Get that in there so that we can bed our trap in there so it don't freeze. we go. Now, even though this is waxed dirt and it doesn't pack as good as wet dirt, you can still get in around this trap and get that packed in there accordingly to where that trap is now stable. And that's exactly what we want. And that's in there good. Get some more dirt. Sift over that. Good. Find our pan. There's our pan. That's exactly what we want. One down into the hole. Put a little, there where the dog is. Just gonna put a and that's good. And then I just like to just skimmy it around like that and make it look like it's been weathered a little bit. Blend that surrounding grass and all that stuff that he's got smell all over right here. And then we're probably just going to put a clump of dirt right here and maybe a clump right there. Got him right into where the pan is. But that's what we're looking for. That's about as simple as you can get right there. Now we'll get some of our Mountain Man bait, which was in here. As I said, I'm pretty liberal with my bait use. Let's get a couple decent globs in there. Maybe one more for the road. Just going to take a little bit of this duff that he's got scrunched up. Put that down in the hole. And that is ready to go. That is a good remake. I'm happy with it. You know, there's not a lot that goes into these sets other than just being on location. If you can find the location where these animals are running and you put these sets in, if you're on location, you're going to get them. And I see his scat that he left there for us. And we're going to put that right on the set, right here at the top. Right there. And that way, maybe an animal will come in, mark it himself, put his foot right here. But ultimately, I am happy with this set, and hopefully we can come back in tomorrow. But as you can see, there's not a lot that goes into this. Just pound them in the ground, making a dirt hole, bend your trap properly, put something in the hole that invites the animal to come in and investigate it, and you're going to catch as many of these critters as much time as you want to put in the field putting traps in the ground. So, pretty awesome. Remade. Hopefully we'll come back in here tomorrow and have another. Well, we're going to put another canine set in here. And I've talked about it before, how I like to have momentum of the animal going down in there. And this is probably deeper than a lot of guys would make this. Kind of this bowl, whatever it is. I'm just going to use the dirt that I brought out for the backing. There ain't much. I'm just going to use that right there. And this comes out. And we're going to bed our trap right here. And I'll get the hole, which is going to be back in here, that if they want to get to it, they're going to need to get down in there. And that's exactly what we want. And a lot of times when I make this hole, I don't necessarily go down at a 90 degree or 80 degree angle, I'm almost at a 50, 55, 60 degree angle a lot of times, because I want them to have to get their nose down in there this way. And I feel that makes them step in there to work the set sometimes a lot better. And it doesn't matter how deep you go with the hole, the deeper the better. You want that canine to have to put their nose down, right down in the hole, and work it out. But that's good. And then we're just gonna shave this backside off a little bit where our trap jaw is gonna sit. And that'll work. Using the Duke 550 as always. Get that set. You can hear this night latch click, flat, ready to go. And we'll get the stake drove in, get that trap in there as tight as we can. That's one of the good things with this Pro Series Duke 550. It's got those big cast iron jaws, and you can put a lot of pressure on these jaws to where this trap is in there solid, and that's exactly what we want. That'll work. We'll find our pan. Right there's the pan, and now that's leveled off. And good to go. I'm all right with this set. I like the way it looks. It blends in nice. We got a really good canine set that's going to work up along this field edge here. We have a 2-track that comes around, another 2-track on the field edge. The coyotes and fox and everything are going to come out in this field. They're going to hunt. The prevailing wind's going this way, so anything coming down the road, up the road, or this way is going to hit that and work its way right into the set. Going to take our bait, our mountain man. I'm going to just use the end of this corn stalk. Get that down in there. Get a good glob of bait on that. And that's going to go down in the hole. And the only thing else we're going to put here is we're going to soak the back of this with some red fox urine, Ready Red from Hall Bakers. Fantastic set. I fully expect any canine or bobcat that comes down through here, come in here and investigate that. We're giving them a place right there to step, and that's right where our pan's at. And it's just something that, it's a good set, and if you take your time, put these in on your line, you're going to be successful as well. A nice coyote here. Well, I tell you, isn't that Duke 550 again? Full pad catch, just fantastic. This one's got a little sparse hair on the backside too, and you know, that's one of the things. I was here last year and caught a couple coyotes in this general region, and they had the same, you know, minor mange, not full-blown mange, but minor mange. But as the winter progresses and that turns into full mange, that gets really, really hard on these animals. So it's really good that we're going to get this one out of the population. Just another really great location here. Just got this little feeder cattail or whatever coming right up to this field edge. Works across this big field. We got a good wood line over there and another wood field line back there. And these coyotes work up and around this edge trying to flush out a mouse or a rabbit or something. And right here on this point, perfect. Wind blows this way. I want it on this side, so anything coming up the other side was going to hit it. And anything coming up this side was going to hit it. So I'm covering this whole area. And that's one of the things. Location is key. It doesn't always necessarily mean if you see a coyote track that you're going to catch a coyote. You got to be in the location within the location. Pay attention to the wind direction. Pay attention to you know, where they're hunting, what side they're working up. They're always going to be downwind from a lot of these areas. And anytime you can get your set upwind on a point or a crossover, or where 2 or 3 different intersections meet, any one of those that they're going to be working in or away from, they're going to get that scent and they're going to work in, and you're going to have them the next day. But just a beautiful coyote. Daryl and Diane going to be really happy. We're getting another one that's going to not be attacking and harassing the fawns this spring. But just another testament to that Duke 550 perfect pad catch. I fully expect to have more action at this set, because this is actually a really good spot that's working this whole edge coming up through. We'll get this remade here. He's got it all tore up. He's got some scat here too that we're gonna put to the side. He's got some scat there and some scat there that we're gonna actually save for later use. First off, we want to clean this trap off. And I got no problem resetting this trap as long as it's in good working order. I'm just going to clean all the mud and the debris off of it, and then I'm going to reset it. And if it goes off, we're going to put it in the ground. I'm going to just take a little bit of dry dirt and get some of that mud off, and we'll just reset this. And as I said, if it goes off, we're going to put it back in the ground. Nice click. Good. Good working order. And there's not much that I worry about when I'm doing these remakes. If that trap is cleaned off and I can get it set and reset, it doesn't bother me anything. We're just going to redig the bed out here. It's got that packed down. And then we're just going to use all of what we dug there as our backing. And that's all we need. Just like that. We got that bed redug. That's where the trap's going to go. Get some of this wet dirt out of there. And that's good. Just redig our dirt hole now. Down in there. Give them something to pay attention to when they come in to work the set. Got our dirt hole redug down in there. And that's the thing, when you're doing these remakes, use what the animal has left you. There's no need to try and make it the same, because more often than not, you're not going to be able to make it the same. And there's really no need to go pound a new set in. I know there's a lot of different philosophies out there on that, but I have no problem catching more coyotes or fox or bobcats or whatever in this set or any other set that I remake in the same bed. I actually think it's better because you have all of that scent around here. That coyote's been urinating. There's a scat there that we're going to use. And I feel that that's an actual draw in and of itself. And I think this is just as good, if not better a lot of times, as putting in a new set. So we'll get some dry dirt in there so it doesn't freeze down. Nice. We'll get this reset since it is a working trap and we don't have to worry about it not firing. We'll get that there. Night latch. Nice and tight. And get that bedded down in the ground right there. And that's exactly what we're looking for. And as always, pack that trap in there as tight as you can. You don't want any wiggle or wobble in that trap to where when they come in here and they step on that pan, that it goes off. And if they step on the jaw or the lever, that it doesn't wobble. And that's pretty good. We'll get some more dirt in there to cover it up. Perfect. I always like to find my pan right there, level that off, and that's good to go. Got the hole down in there. And then, as I said, I like to just do that and blend it into the area. Get any big clumps off of the pan. And that looks like that's been sitting here a while. Some debris has worked its way in. And that predator, any predator, bobcat, fox, coyote, comes through here. They are going to investigate this like there's no tomorrow. Probably don't even need bait here. There's so much scent, but we're going to put some of our mountain man down in that hole just for some extra enticement. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this duff that he's got scratched up, throw that in there over the bait. And we're going to take our scat that he left, and we're going to put that right here on the side and guide him right into the pan that way. But that right there is a good remake. Extremely happy with that. Exactly what I want. And as I said, don't feel that you have to put a new set in, because this set will take any other critter that's coming up through here. And as I said, polluted with scent, scat, we got his scat right there. It's just an awesome set, and I love remakes. And it doesn't matter if I catch a possum, a skunk, a raccoon, a fox, a coyote, a bobcat, it doesn't matter. I love making remakes. You got all that torn up dirt, all that smell. Those animals, anything working around this corner or downwind from here, coming in this way, are going to see that, smell it. And even a coyote or something running 50 yards away that can't smell it, going to see that backing and be like, what's that? Come in here and investigate. And we got our pan right there waiting for them, just like that one right there.
Control predators on your land with a North American Trapper Coyote package. You'll get all of the trapping essentials needed to handle this elusive critter with an instructional DVD included to teach you the way. Get your coyote trapping box and more at NorthAmericanTrapper.com.